Hey Judy, thanks for sending me your swim video for analysis. The first things I'm looking at are breathing, body balance, rotation, and kick. Rotation meaning you're on your left hip and right hip. Even if you're not breathing, you're still able to rotate. That looks great. And just to remind you, your kick should be there for balance to get your legs on top of the water, not for propulsion. So everything looks great. From above water, I can see the top of your head, hips, ankles are on top of the water. And then when I look underwater, I can see what you mean. You mentioned that you feel like you're a little bit low. I can see your legs are a little bit low, and I want to talk about that next, the reason your legs may be low in the water. First off, make sure you're breathing from make sure you're kicking from your quad and hip flexor, and work on having flexible ankles. Because you come from an extensive running background, your ankles may be limiting you a little bit from getting your heels higher on the water. And so doing things like vertical kicking, where you're actually vertical in the water, you're flutter kicking and your hands are above water. I do a demonstration of that in a video on the Endurance Hour YouTube. I'll also send that to you. And then also, I think the main reason your legs are low is your chin's a little high. So I can see you looking up. You want to be looking down with a slight gaze up, but for the most part, you want to tuck your chin a little bit, put the weight of your body on your sternum. That should bring your legs up. The second thing is on the recovery part of your stroke and the hand entry, you kind of are hovering your hand over the water and extending a lot from your shoulder versus extending from your hip rotation. Notice how I'm extending from my hip rotation, my hand's a little bit deeper underwater versus extending from my shoulder where I'm a little flat and shallow, and that causes that hover. And then that causes that, due to this reaching and flattening of your hand, that could cause your body position to be lower in the water. So doing things like fist drill, where you're actually punching the water and you're putting the weight of your body on your sternum, should bring your legs up, as well as the head out of the water drill. Now, I already kind of skipped ahead to the three main phases of the stroke: recovery, hand entry, underwater catch and pull. Recovery looks okay. We talked about the hand entry. That hand entry from head out of the water drill and fist drill is going to allow you to enter with your fingertips below your wrist, below your elbow, underneath your body, and you want to pull under your body and push past your hip. Now, from the underwater camera, I could see you're entering down the center of your body, and then you're pulling wide, and that wide pull reminds me of a paddle board, and that's causing you to lack power behind your pull. There's a lot less power in your catch and push when you're wider than your shoulders than if you catch and push down the center of your body to propel your body forward. So doing drills like the underwater doggy paddle drill and the catch-up drill done correctly. A lot of people do catch-up drill incorrectly. So again, you've made some progress. I think just a few tweaks in your strokes, especially with what's going on underwater, and that starts with the hand entry, and then really focusing on some underwater pull drills, lots of pulling with a pull buoy between your legs, and wearing hand paddles should help that. If you have shoulder strain wearing hand paddles, that shoulder strain could be coming from pulling wide. Just by doing this, I could feel my rotator cuff. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, either comment below on the video, shoot me an email, join our T2 Endurance Facebook group, ask some questions, and I hope you make it a great day.